I mean, I was a bit surprised by the amount of damage. I mean, I was aware of it yesterday, but once the vendors' tents were gone and we had a better look at it, you can see that there's substantial damage here in the field. Most of the garbage was picked up, which we were happily, pleasantly surprised. Had about 5,000 pounds of garbage removed overnight. And as you can see, a lot of mud on the field, especially in the northern section of this park. So unprotected field, and that's what happens. We had a really wet winter, and it hadn't had a chance to dry up like it did last year, so this is what you get when that happens. So the worst part of the damage was here in the northern part of the field, just below the stage. It was quite wet. There was actually laying water yesterday morning, and so it had not had a chance to dry up properly this year, and it just went to mud. Well, we have to relieve the compaction, so we'll aerify the field, we'll overseed it with new grass seed, and we will then top dress it to try to level the surface as best we can. And then it'll take probably, depending on the weather, 3 or 4 weeks to really get back in any kind of usable shape. The park board will pay for it at this point. We'll bring it back or mediate the field back, and then if the event organizers have made a deal with someone to come and pay for part of it or all of it, that would be greatly appreciated. But at this point, I'm only doing the mediation of the field, bring it back in shape. This damage is not common for us. Normally in a permanent event there would be plywood or some sort of surface cover on the turf. You can actually see areas where there were sheets of plywood here. 4 or 5 of them were on the field last night or yesterday. And if I flipped a few of them over this morning, and the turf is actually in pretty good shape underneath, so it would have been much better, it would have been covered properly.